Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Foreclosure Help 777, and this is my Facebook page, Sue Your Lender, Fight Foreclosure and Mortgage Fraud. Please join us if you need help with fighting your foreclosure. We have plenty of people that can help you out. If I can't, they will help you. Anyways, what we're going to talk about right now is what a non-judicial foreclosure is. Let's talk about non-judicial foreclosure for a minute. Now, there's a lot of interesting information online about what states are judicial versus non-judicial. This map is pretty good. If you look, the light colored blue states like Florida, New Mexico, Louisiana, those colored states are judicial states where they have to take you to court to steal your house. Whereas the darker colored ones like California, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, those are non-judicial states, which means if you're default on your payment, you get a notice of default and then they just take your house and sell it right out from under you. So you need to know, I guess, what state you're in first and what your rights are per state, because you'll have a different way of dealing with it. If you're in a judicial state, like I was in Pennsylvania, then I had to look up what my laws were in the state of Pennsylvania. If you're in a judicial state, you'll want to do the same. You'll want to look up your laws for your state. You'll want to go to your county recorder's site and look up your local rules for the court and see what is required to file motions. I know it's a lot of work, but if I can do it, honestly, anyone can do it. So this is a pretty good source of information. Another thing that's good is knowing what people will do in a non-judicial, like the state of California has a self-help guide. You can see the website address up here. And it's good to know what your rights are and how it works. And if you know you're going into that period where they're going to take your house, there are some things you can do. Number one, you can file a complaint on them first, which will tie things up in court and give you time. Or you could file bankruptcy. You can do a Chapter 13, which has a repayment plan involved. And at the end of the repayment plan, you can ask them to modify your mortgage to affordable payments. I mean, that's an option. And other than those two options, you really don't have any other options because they take your house. So I suggest that if you do want to file a complaint on them first, that you learn what those things are that can be very helpful for you. And what I did when I was fighting my cases in Pennsylvania, I had to file my complaint and lis pendens. And I can show you what that looks like. Let's see here. I filed a complaint for a quiet title action because of all the defective documents that were there. And you can see this was made against Bank of America. And you can see my case number as well. 2012-SU-001845-93. And I did this complaint before the bank took me to foreclosure, so I was proactive. I knew they were going to try to foreclose, and I knew that if I filed against them first, that they wouldn't be able to succeed in stealing my house. So this is what the first notice looks like, a notice to defend. It's pretty standard. You have to include it whenever you file a complaint as plaintiff. And you can see I'm the plaintiff in this case. And I was suing Bank of America, Bank of New York Mellon, the actual trust, and MERS, because MERS was listed on my mortgage. And you basically state the following information: that I'm the plaintiff, defendant Bank of America is a debt collector, defendant Bank of New York Mellon, blah, blah, blah. You can see what I wrote. It's just standard stuff on the first couple of pages. MERS, okay, and you can read the whole complaint. It's online if you want to really read into it, but basically it's a complaint. If anybody needs to see a copy of this complaint, let me have your email address and I'll be happy to email it to you so you can look at it and see how you can make one kind of the same, just got to change the facts and names and things, but it's pretty much the same. Anyway, ask for relief, and then there's my affidavit. You got to include an affidavit, and then it has to be notarized, verification, and exhibit. I have some exhibits here that I also included. The mortgage. You know, I mean, you have to include exhibits to your complaint so that they can answer your complaint. And we won't go through every single thing, but you get an idea. It's the mortgage. I included the mortgage, I included the note, and what else did I include? The assignment, fraudulent assignment showing MERS. Yeah, pretty standard. And that's pretty much it. Anyways, I had to do a certificate of service. This was my first time ever making a complaint, and it wasn't as good as it is obviously now. I guess with practice you get better. Now the lis pendens, you need to see that too, because you have to file that with your complaint. Let's see, where did I put that lis pendens? Here it is. Here's the lis pendens. Okay, you can see with this, it has the file number, it has the court stamp, because the court has to stamp your lis pendens too. Lis pendens means pending lawsuit is what it means, in case you're wondering. And this is basically you're giving notice, and this goes to the recorder of deeds. And the court has a copy for them, and you take it to the deeds office. And it has a property description, as you can see. And then it's signed, notarized, verified. And then that's all lis pendens is. And again, you just make that up, print it out, sign it, take it to get notarized, take both the complaint and the lis pendens to the courthouse, have them stamp it, because they have to stamp it. Make sure you have 3 copies, one for the court, one for yourself, and one to serve the other side. And make sure the other side gets lis pendens as well. And that's what we're talking about today. And there's one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. There's a website called Mortgage Servicing Fraud, or the website is msfraud.org. Anyway, if you go to the Legal Lounge, you're going to find there's cases there that you'll want to look at. And these cases, they have like a section for new cases, see? And then they also have your cases that are in California, Florida, not in Florida, huh? New York, New Jersey. These are good cases to read, guys. I'm telling you. These are the good ones you can't find anywhere else. And then after you've looked through some of these, you want to find cases where the homeowner wins. You want to find cases that are kind of like yours so you can attach them as precedents. And then there's Ohio and a few other states, but it's kind of nice that it's separated by state. Anyways, this is a good site for looking up case law. I thought you guys would enjoy this, so if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. Please join us on our Facebook page. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be doing lots of these to help y'all out. Okay? Talk to y'all soon. Bye.